Topuria has felt like he's done all that he can in that division, and he feels like he's cemented his legacy, and his body cannot make the weight anymore. So Topuria will be moving up to 155 pounds and will be vacating the featherweight title. So the way that this works is, as soon as the first punch is thrown in this fight, the title is vacated. And we will announce what Topuria's next fight will be when we get it done.
Ilia Topuria, the featherweight champ, is going around and he's talking a little bit of about Islam Makhachev and Dagestani fighters in general. He says that Dagestani fighters don't have anything special. They haven't got great cardio or stamina. They don't hit particularly hard or anything like that. And listen, if he was Islam Makhachev, he'd run off to the welterweight division.
I really believe that I can beat the current champion, Islam. I really think that he's a great champion. He's a beast, but I like the competition. I don't like to be a bully and fight with people 100%. I like to fight with people that the fans think that it's going to be very competitive. That kind of expectation I like to create. I'm going to have that.
Dana made a comment 4 days ago on Islam, and he said we have something really special for Islam's next fight. None of us know what that means. I cannot begin to believe that something really special for Islam's fight is that he got to fight a 45-pounder. I can't imagine that. That wouldn't be special to Islam. That would be a super fight. It wouldn't be special to Islam. He's already fought a 45-pounder. He's already fought a 45-pounder as a world champion. He already fought a 45-pounder. There was a world champion and the reigning #1 pound for pound. Like, there would be nothing special about that for him.
Who should he be fighting next? Ilia Topuria, or should he get the rematch with Charles Oliveira?
Man, that's tough to say. Who's next in line right now for him? Do you know?
Could be Oliveira, could be Topuria if he goes up.
Yeah, but there's still guys, I think, at 45 for Topuria to fight. And I've never seen Topuria in person, but if he can make 145, dude, Islam's a big guy.
Big guy.
I think he's going to be a lot bigger than Topuria. But that being said, Topuria is an assassin, and I believe he can knock out anybody from 145 pounds to 170 pounds.
You think Islam could become the champion at an upper weight class, maybe 170 if he wanted to?
Yeah, I believe Islam could win the 170-pound belt.
Una cosa que respeto sobre Khabib, de verdad, el tipo es de verdad súper respetuoso, ¿sabes? Nunca dice nada de nadie, la gente habla un montón, él nunca dice nada de nadie. Yo he mencionado a Islam y han salido los primos que nunca jamás han noqueado a nadie, los pillan por esteroides, son súper tramposos y de repente saltan. Lo único que me indica es que tienen el sistema nervioso dañado por tomar tantos esteroides, porque es lo primero que daña, ¿sabes? Amenazar a un peleador con cuando nos veamos te voy a pegar, es como, chico, me dedico mi vida a la pelea, ¿sabes? Que sea un poco más creativo. No sé qué puedo decir. Su mejor es Islam.
You said that you're ready to go up a division. There's a tweet from Ilia Topuria that he can go up the weight and he can beat you with no problem. What do you think about that?
Не знаю, еще столько соперников, и все хотят меня там в первом, во втором раунде финишировать. Все говорят об этом. Но я же сказал, сделайте 70 килограмм, заходите в клетку. И посмотрим, кто кого финиширует там.
There's all these opponents, they all say they want to finish me in the first or second round. I already said, if you can make 155, you can get into the cage. Let's talk about it then.
If you see fighting any of them, the thing they need when they go inside the octagon, in the first contact, they want to feel that they dominate you and they start to build their confidence since that. But if they feel in the first contact, in the first round, but that they can control you, that it's very competitive, their head goes down. All the competitive fights, they lose.
Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez for an interim strap, whilst Ilia Topuria fights Islam Makhachev. So of course, that is why Topuria is talking all of this shit. Now, the reality is, Islam's not scared. He's not scared of anybody. Of course he's not. The man is a phenomenal champion, a ridiculous fighter, a historic, legendary fighter, defended the belt 4 times, more than anybody in history, and he's got a complete skill set. But if you ask Ilia Topuria, Islam, or anybody from Dagestan, they're nothing special. They don't have special stamina or cardio. The way they do it, if you fight any of them, the thing that they need when they go inside the octagon is the first contact.
Feels like he's done everything that he can do, is interested in doing at 145. He has the win over Volkanovski, isn't all that blown away by the other options there, so he's going for the big dog at 155 pounds, and that's Georgia versus Russia. That's a gigantic fight. That is a mammoth fight. Just one, I mean, one of the biggest fights of the year. That's two of the most popular fighters in the sport. Now, we didn't just get the main event for April 12th in Miami. We got the whole freaking card.
Ilia Topuria wants to fight Islam Makhachev. That is clear, okay? Will Islam take it? Well, I can't see why Islam wouldn't take it. Will Ilia take it? Well, of course, the reason why he wouldn't take it is because he's already done that twice. He's fought Alexander Volkanovski, offered him the opportunity to become a double champ 2 times in a row. So now he's like, hold on a minute, I'm not just risking this for nothing, because anytime you fight a smaller guy, right, it's always a risk. It's always a risk. That's why you don't get guys walking around, big guys, calling out smaller guys, because you look like a pussy. If you're a guy in the street that beats up a smaller dude, you are a bully, right? That's not what you do. It's not the thing that inspires people. You want to see somebody step up a weight class and take out the bigger guy, the bad guy, the bully, like George St. Pierre did to me when he took 4 years away from the sport and choked me out cold. Son of a bitch. Made me look like a right fool there.
Илья хоть говорит, что он не начал, это он начал. Он же сказал, что он не хочет выписывать Исламу чек за сломанную челюсть. Кому ты можешь сломать челюсть? Если ты можешь сломать челюсть, пойдем, скажи, это что, тяжело, что ли, найти человека, сказать, пойдем, подеремся. Это все не... Может, это часть, знаешь, привлечения внимания, может быть, если так на это смотреть. А так, я не думаю, что Ислам уступит ему где-нибудь. Да тот же Усман тоже. Да и никто в целом.
He says that Islam Makhachev is doing anything he can to avoid a fight with Ilia Topuria.
¿Tiene miedo? Claro que tiene miedo.
Now, of course, Ilia Topuria is talking a lot of shit there. And that is exactly what you want to do if you want to get the fight. Now, the problem is right now, we have champions trying to jump all over the place. For example, we've got Alex Pereira trying to fight John Jones and move up a weight class. We've got John Jones that should be fighting Tom Aspinall, sharing the image of Pereira calling out Jones on his social media, which is setting the world on fire. We've got John Jones going live on Instagram and threatening to kill people and then hanging up.
Are you intoxicated?
You know, he just become champion. You have to defend your title a couple of times. Even one time. Please, stay focused on your division. He have Mafsan, he have Aljamain Sterling on the way. He have right now Max Holloway, and when you has good fights on your division, be quiet. I understand if he will beat everyone, Mafsar, Aljamain Sterling, like doesn't matter. Like he clean his division and then he wanna come to up. I understand. Like everybody will say, like he can. For example. Alexander Volkanovski, he beat 3 times Max Holloway, he beat everyone. When he go up, he beat everyone and then he go, you know? Like this, I understand.
The top story is Ilia Topuria essentially is no longer the UFC featherweight champion. Ilia Topuria has essentially vacated the featherweight title. As a result, the main event for UFC 314, April 12th in Miami, is going to be Alex Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez for the vacant UFC featherweight title. We all kind of presumed that Volkanovski would be fighting for the belt in Miami in April, but we thought it would be against Topuria in a rematch of a fight that happened essentially 12 months ago, but it's not to be. It's a vacant title fight now, and it's the main event for this Miami card.
Lo que hemos podido ver es primero que Makhachev no se abre del todo a pelear contigo, quizás porque tenga algún tipo de...
¿Tiene miedo? Claro que tiene miedo, por supuesto. Es como, siempre es una pelea fácil hasta que te ponen el nombre en el contrato, ¿no? Así que todos lo sabemos. Si fuera tan fácil y si fuera tan enano como él dice, ya compartiría el octógono conmigo, ¿no? Por algo no quiere. Yo lo entiendo, así que está bien. Súbete hacia arriba. No pasa nada.
Puede ser que Khabib le esté aconsejando no te metas con Ilia, que te puede ganar.
Seguramente Khabib parece ser un buen consejero. Yo quiero pelear en las 155 libras, no necesito realmente el nombre de Islam porque tampoco es que sea nada extraordinario. Si se quedara a pelear conmigo, obviamente es una pelea emocionante para todo el público y si no es así, ya construiremos nuestro futuro.
For Islam Makhachev, yes, whilst it would be beating a smaller guy, Ilia Topuria is undefeated, and Ilia Topuria does have a certain aura about him. Now remember, him and his brother, they started training Greco-Roman wrestling at about 6 years old. Ilia's 16-0, 6 knockouts, 8 submissions, and the man just oozes confidence. He has that aura that I said, he has the charisma, he has the style. A lot of people say that he was knocking off and copying Conor McGregor. I don't see that at all. All right, there is some similarities with the tattoos, the way that he rose to the top, and the fact that they were both featherweights. But Ilia Topuria changed his bio to featherweight champion of the world before he fought Alexander Volkanovski, and he knocked him out cold. Now, the thing that probably annoys Ilia a little bit is that people say, well, hold on, Volkanovski got knocked out a few months ago by Islam Makhachev, so therefore it's an indirect thing and it's probably a subconscious thing, but Ilia wants to prove that he can beat Islam, and he also wants to become a double champ.
Ilia Topuria is saying he wanted to go up. He's been saying it for a while now. And should that fight take place, Ilia Topuria fighting Islam Makhachev, or should Ilia just fight Volk again?
Ilia deserves that, but it takes two to tango, and I don't feel like these Dagestanis, bro. Even though they say anytime, anywhere, Islam wants to make sure that Ilia deserves it. He wants him to go through the number one contender, as we talked about before. But if I had my choice, of course, Ilia fight Islam Makhachev. I think he needs to be more verbal about it and really, he's been throwing little jabs here and there that he'll stop him, but I think he needs to stop being the nice guy because he doesn't have that nice guy.
Ilia Topuria is talking about coming to 155, and you're like, I'm tired of these little people coming up to fight me.
That makes sense. Give the chance third time from the same guy. Okay, I beat the Volkanovski twice. People still say you beat small guy. Yeah, he's not your weight division. If I beat Topuria, it's gonna be the same. Everybody gonna talk same. If I go up, takes a second belt, this is a legacy.
But one of your friends, you guys are teammates, you and Bilal.
Honestly, Bilal killed my plan.
Yeah.
We become like close friend. We have same manager. Nobody would know what's gonna be in the future. I just have same dream.
Yeah.
I want to be double champ. I want to be like you, champ. How many? 11 times defend your belt.
You're on your way, man. You're on your way.
In a hypothetical fight against Islam, how do you see that fight going? If it goes to the ground, do you feel confident that you could out-grapple him, or would you try to keep it standing?
My mindset is always the same. I'm always looking to achieve things that no one could. So someone could submit him. I will be the first one to submit him. And
any specific submission?
Now I heard some love from some idiot, but it's gonna happen.
საოცნებო მეტოქევინა. ჩემი საოცნებო მეტოქევინა. აი ვისაც აი გული დგინდა რომ ერთხელ დაუბრუნე. დიდი სიამოვნებით ოქტაგონზე შევიდოდი ხაბიბ ნურმაგომედოვთან. რატო მასთან? ცხებელი რეკორდი აქვს 29-0-ზე და ატრაქტიული რეკორდი აქვს ჩემთვის. მე კიდე ისტორიულად ღირსეული ჩემპიონი არის, საპატიცემულო ჩემპიონი არის და ამარცხებ 100%.
Usman Nurmagomedov fired back at Ilia Topuria for saying that he would beat Islam Makhachev in a street fight or inside the octagon. Just tell me, Ilia, when did you ever fight on the street, European? Responding to Usman, Topuria tweeted, "This has been a long time, to be honest. How are you doing with drugs? Are you still on steroids?"